So the Birkett Relay Race is a race that's happened for 74 years, this being the 75th anniversary of it. It is a unique race in that any class of car can compete against any other class of car.
The Birkett is by far the best event of the year, I think. It's a 6-hour relay race. Every team can have up to 6 cars. And it also runs a handicap race. There's an outright race, which is first across the line. There's a handicap race. They work out the fastest team's time and they calculate how many laps they would have to do extra for us to be on the same lap as them when we're slower at the finish, to try and make it an even race in the last lap.
What it allows us to do is to race the hardware that we have, regardless of budget, against other people's hardware, regardless of their budget. And it's just a really good leveller to experience what is 70 cars, 70 very different cars on the track at any one time. Due to it being a relay race of 6 hours, we are a team of 6 cars who we've brought to this event. But what it allows us to do, really, from an army perspective, is deliver the most amount of soldiers into endurance racing, which is a culmination of a sprint race series over the last 7 or 8 months across the country.
It's definitely an eye-opener for the end of the season. There's loads of reliability issues because it's been a long season of racing. There's not too much contact on track. It's generally pretty clean. It does quite well, but there's obviously still that threat out there. It's one of the events we look forward to every year, and it's definitely one we look forward to because it's our true inter-service rival event, that we go head-to-head as a service rather than an individual driving a certain car. It's a team event, and its endurance is what we love to do.
It's great competition between all 3 services. At the end of the day, we're all friends, we're all got the same aim, we all want people out racing. It does get competitive, and we've had the close events. It is frustrating, but it's motorsport, and it's great. We finish it, we'll have a beer afterwards, shake hands, and it's great fun.
Tomorrow I'm going to be running the garage for the Army Sports Car Racing team. I'll be in charge of releasing the cars out into the pit lane, managing the pit wall, making sure they're keeping track of all the cars that are going around on circuits and the strategy, ultimately giving us the best chance to win the race.
Part of my job as the pit wall manager is monitoring the live timing for all the cars who are out on track. We have live timing that feeds straight to the pit wall. I can see the lap time that the car out on track is on, because we're a team of 6 cars. We can't have 2 cars out at once. And I need to make sure that we have a car out, so if a car's gone off and I'm noticing lap times increasing, I can react with the team manager. Are we pulling a car in? Have they got an issue? Are they off track? Do we need to send another car out to ensure that we're maximising our time on track? This is my 4th year running the pit wall for the team at the Birkett, and it's my favourite event. The best bit of the event is the last half an hour, when the handicaps start changing and adjusting. We're not actually sure what's going on track sometimes. We've just got to keep going and hope the magic of the Birkett works in our favour. And we normally do pretty well.
The day is ever evolving. It's a 6-hour race. Things change. We have loads of safety cars, different times, weather conditions. I'll kind of keep the cards close to my chest how we're going to run the event. We'll just say we'll run it as a fair team and strategy. So guys have come a long way to be here, so they will get some seat time in the car around the circuits. But yeah, we will try and keep that little ace card on our sleeve, because ultimately we're here to win, not just to compete.
Grab your popcorn, it's going to be a great race.
My name is Paul Chapman. I'm the 5th driver in the Army team driving a Clio 200.
I'm Ben Seaton. I'm with the Royal Engineers. This weekend I'll be driving in the BMW 116. It's going to be an interesting experience because it is not one of the fastest cars out there. So I'm going to have to sort of live in my mirrors. The things that are miles away behind us can very quickly be alongside you.
I'm racing a Renault Clio RS200, which is a 2-litre naturally aspirated car. And the best thing about it is it's really good under the brakes. That's where its strengths are, and it's just a really fun car to drive.
Having not driven it before, I can't tell you what it's like to drive, but as a marshal, I love the place. It's a big open place, very fast flowing, it all seems to flow together, and that's one of the things I'm looking forward to, is actually stepping across into the car and being able to drive a circuit. I've marshalled that for years.
So I'm most looking forward to being in the car for an hour. Most of our races are 20 minutes, so to be out for 3 times as long is going to be a challenge in concentration, and that's what I'm looking forward to test myself. So the Army sports car racing team is brilliant. There's a real community and a real sense of belonging amongst us, that everybody mucks in, whether it's little jobs or big jobs, and that makes a real difference, that we're all in it together.
What are you guys doing?
So we're currently stringing the car, just making sure the setup's okay, making sure we've got the same setup on all 4 corners of the car. It's a longer process to set up, as we're doing now, but once it's set up okay, it's easy enough to take a measurement and make sure we're good to go.
Kieran? Yeah.
Don't panic, you're fine. Calm down.
Boys, go. So we've had to do a quick swap around at the start. Already we're having some little issues. JC, one of our quicker drivers in our first car, because we've fueled the car so much, he's having a little overspill coming out, and it's just below his rear tyres. So it's just safer to get some fuel at that car so he's not dropping fuel in the circuit, ultimately on his tyres as well, which could cause an issue for him. Okay, perfect, thanks.
So unfortunately this is going to be my last Birkett event. I'm due to leave the service next year, come to the end of my full career, and I'm looking to emigrate overseas. It's been part of my life now for the last 7 years. This has been my 6th Birkett, and I've had the privilege of both competing as a driver and winning. It's been a passion of mine for so long. It will be sad to miss it, but so much emotional roller coaster in this team over the years, whether it be racing, winning championships, club enduro level events right at the start when we were like the underdogs, to leading up to British GT events. We've had like highs and lows all through the team, both in the UK and overseas. So it's definitely going to be something that's not just been part of my life, but been part of my family's life as well. I've had kids that have been born into this sport and they've been coming along to race events. In the vans, I've had my daughter having a bath at the back of the van at race weekends, in between the race car and the trailer where I'm working on the car. It's not a sport, it's not a hobby, it's a passion, and it's something that does take true sacrifice to continue to do.
The 6-hour Holly Birkett relay has historically been the Inter-Services title and the race to finish off our season. What's been great this year is bringing 6 new drivers that haven't raced this race before onto the grid. It will just be fantastic for them personally to get that sense of achievement, because it is a team goal. This is a team event, it's not an individual event. No individual driver is going to win anything specifically. It's all about the team and the team bringing home the title. The drivers cannot race these cars by themselves, especially in this 6-hour type team event. It is critical that we have people on the pit wall, and we'll have a couple of people doing that, and they'll be running all the critical data from the timing of the cars, making sure they're not having dramas, and they're calling them in when they're due their pit stops. Lots of people think that Army Motorsport is very much a driver or rider perspective centric sport, and it couldn't be further from the truth. We are a team of 65 people. We have nearly 20 cars, which means 40 of those people are support crew and pit crew, that they enable the critical function of getting the cars out on the circuit. They do the pre-preparation work on the cars. They ensure the cars are good to go before they go out on circuit, and they make sure when the cars come back in on circuit, they are turned around as quick as possible, refueled and resupplied as required. There is no way we can race competitively with only a driver. It needs the whole backing, like any professional motorsport team, whether that's club level racing, similar to what we do at the lower levels, or if it's an F1 team. You don't see just a driver. Every weekend on the TV you see a big pit crew full of people, and we are no different to that, and they are just as critical.